A little drifting here, a little sideways action. Yo guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to yet another review riding video. And look at the beautiful specimen we have in our garage today. The brand new, spanking new Suzuki V-Strom DE 800 in the beautiful matte gray and yellow color scheme. Look at this beauty. Now in today's video we of course are going to do the highway test. It's gonna be funny with that screen. We're going to take it through some small trails. We're gonna have a lot of fun with it. I'm going to give you my honest opinion about it. But without any further ado, we're just going to hop on. And on a motorcycle I will tell you guys all about the new Suze. Thank you again Motea Group. And we actually have a key that we can put somewhere. So we do not have keyless go. So we cannot lose our keys. Let's go. Just like that, we are back onto the roads where we actually need to take this bike. First time back on the Suzuki in many years. I actually owned a Suzuki GSXR 600 and a GSXR 1000 many years ago when I was still young, handsome and beautiful as always. And it's yet again my first Suzuki that Suzuki from Motea Group actually gave me. That is one happy doggo. And yet again, thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to take out the brand spanking new DL 800. A V-Strom. Fun fact, like the first V-Stroms, the 1000 series and whatnot, when they actually came out, they had like the V-shaped cylinder. That stands for V from Strom, and Strom is actually German for strong. This one is also called the V-Strom, but it's not a V. It's a 776 cylinder cc cylinder parallel twin. So it's not a V anymore. Suzuki, what's up with that? Why are you guys calling it a V-Strom if it does not have a V cylinder? What's up with that? What's up with that, Suzuki? In a second we're going to get off the bike, gonna go over a couple of quick features, and then we're going to hop on yet again, taking it out on the highway, maybe do some trails. This motorcycle is not fully insured, if we can call it Omnium, as we call it in Belgium. So if I drop it, I have to pay for parts. And they exclusively told me, Smokey, if you break it, you pay for it. So I'm like, yeah, you know, maybe not go too crazy on this motorcycle. It's also my first motorcycle from Suzuki, so Smokey, don't drop by. A lot of wheel spin going on over here. Nice. I do like. I have to tell you guys something about the traction control. This is something I actually love. I really love how easy this is. This is a little drifting here, a little sideways action. Anyway, let's talk a little bit here. Now, the original V-Strom was launched in 2002, was called the 1000 DE, and about 2 years later, in 2004, it actually came out with the V-Strom 650. And they kept growing and optimizing the motorcycle until 2022, when they actually have the Suzuki V-Strom DE 1050. Not really sure what DE stands for. I haven't really figured it out. If you know what DE stands for, let me know in the comments. I know what the V-Strom means. I just don't know what the DE means. Until this day, there have been 440,000 of these motorcycles being sold. 440,000 V-Stroms. We got a nice plastic skid plate over here. Optional, of course, you can get an aluminium one. 220 millimeters of ground clearance. 220 millimeters suspension travel front and back. And of course, the front is also adjustable. Look at that. So it's got all the good gizmos to do some good adventuring and some good off-roading. Now the standard tires that come on these is actually the Dunlop. It's like the Trail Max Mixture. It's like it. I mean, you can do some off-roading with it. It is not the best. It will take you everywhere until it gets a little bit too greasy. So this is the matte gray version with a little bit of yellow on the front. Of course, a little bit of yellow over there. Then you also have the Champion Yellow and a Glass Sparkle Black. So like I said, it has like a flat black spoiler. We got the flat black over here. We got some gray. We got some yellow. So more black over here. Now decent black. This is all black. Suzuki, what the hell is that? So everything on this motorcycle is like matte gray and whatnot. Everything is like matte and a little bit of shiny black. What the hell is that? Why did I put like a chrome part on it? It's like, I don't get it. And the wheels, of course, just the way I like it. 21 inch in the front, 17 in the back, with some nice spokes onto it. That's my thing. I like 21 inches. But these are just the basics of this Suze, of this little Suze 800. And I'm going to tell you guys all about the other stuff when you hop back on to the motorcycle. So we're just going to get back onto the road. Because of course, riding a bike is a lot better as just standing still and talking about it. Now the traction control is of course in one. And that's actually, look at the drifting that I've done here. Look at that. I did like a lot of drifting here. Look at the tracks here. That was actually a nice turn that I took there. Now, I have been complaining about other motorcycles that sometimes it's like a lot of work to turn the traction control off. If I want to do some off-roading right away, like I just did from road to off-road, I want to just turn the traction control off right away. Now, the fun part with Suzuki is when it's into the mode selector, you just push it up like that, you close the throttle, and it's off. And it starts sliding from left to right. That's it. I want to put it back on. Okay, here we go. Here we go. It's safe now. I'm gonna put it into traction control 3, and it's safe. Look at how fast that went. That's like, oh, I'm a little bit scared here. It's a little bit wet. I have it in traction control 3, second gear. It's a turn. I don't want to slide too hard. Full throttle. It will take care of me. Okay, it's good. I want to go full gnarly. Just go back up and. And I got some sideways sliding action right there. Now just put it back, Smokey. Don't want to get too dangerous. Suzuki, that is cool. Just a flick of a button, bam, you're done. And that's how fast you can actually switch modes when it comes to drifting. I do like that. I like that a lot. The second mode, we have some A, B, and C settings. A was the sport mode, if I'm correct. B is the more road mode, so a little less crazy on a throttle. And C is the rain mode. Yet again, let me know in the comments if I'm absolutely wrong, but I think I'm kind of right. So the Suzuki DE V-Strom 800 only has 84 horsepower, and you might be thinking like, Smokey, that is not a lot. But make no mistake, this feels like a 100 horsepower motorcycle from time to time. Like the lower range is a little bit sluggish, but the mid-range on this motorcycle, this is fast. This is good. This is a good motorcycle. At mid-range, it's pretty fast. I was actually kind of amazed, because at first I was like, hey, it's like 84 horsepower. I was like, oh, that's probably the slowest adventure motorcycle I've ridden so far. But when I took it on the highway and on normal roads, it is kind of fast. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of fast. Now this again is a very uncomfortable road, and the comfort on this Suzuki V-Strom is like, it is incredible. It is actually really comfy. I take this road with a lot of motorcycles. Maybe they flattened it out just a little bit. There's a lot of horses going on over here, so we got a lot of hoof steps. But the comfort on this motorcycle, off-road, it is very good. Very good. Let's do some trails. So the trail tires I have on the back right now, they're kind of slippy because this is also very slippery terrain, and the handlebar on this bike is also very wide. We got a 230 kilogram motorcycle, so it's not the lightest of the bunch, and also the handlebar is like very wide, so I have to be a little bit careful with that. I also don't really want to fly through here as I used to do with some other motorcycles. Should I put the traction control off? No, Smokey, that's a bad idea. Do not turn the traction control off. Just leave it on as it is. Enjoy your ride, and I made this a normal review. There's not a lot of things that I can actually say bad about these motorcycles. The only thing that I also wanted to test out was actually the heating that comes up from this, because the Northern Expedition and the normal Northern ones, well, they actually are just cooking my balls. I have to say it like it is. If it's wrong, it's wrong, and I need to tell it. Because somebody else said in the comments, like a couple people said, magazine people were actually paid by a lot of brands just to say motorcycles are good. If a bike is good, I'm telling it. If it's not, it's not. I'm just gonna say it like it is. On a normal occasion, you guys know me, left is the easy side, right is the hard side. I'm going to the right. In today's video, this is probably a world's first, but if Suzuki would let me do it next time, I will do it. But they actually told me, Smokey, if you break the bike, we will take your house. So it's a world's first, but I just don't want to. I love the brand too much. I just don't want to destroy a Suzuki whatsoever. Yeah, also not going to be doing hill climbs today, because yet again the tires. This is some very slippery terrain, and the tires on this bike is not made. Oh, this is very greasy. Front wheel sliding. This is like very greasy, very muddy terrain. Front wheel going from left to right and whatnot. Yeah, these tires are not made for grease like this. These tires are more for like a little bit of rougher terrain. Ooh, yeah, I wouldn't say it, but these tires are slipping from the left to the right like crazy. These muddy terrains and these tires, I don't like it. I don't like it. We need like a more knobby tire for this terrain. Now, if you think like 84 horsepower is a little bit on the sluggish side, you can of course get the 1050 DE that has like 105 horsepower. That's like 20 horsepower more, but it also weighs like 20 or 30 kilograms more as this one. So yeah, it's a little bit, I know on the higher speeds it might be a little bit better, but this is not, I mean, is nice. That is nice. Let's do some. Let's do a little bit of a dirt bike trail here. So we got a very bouncy terrain here. Yee, woo, woo. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Suspension very soft, a little bit bouncy on the back. I do have to say I do like these big adventure bikes on these small. It's like more of a dirt track trail. The suspension is, yeah, this suspension is like very soft. I should record this from the outside. This with its 884 horsepower, this is not like a high revving engine, so it's not really meant to do wheelies. It's not like the 105 or 107 horsepower 1050 DE or something like that. That will pull wheelies a lot easier. This is more of the little brother, like the more comfortable version. It doesn't want to perform. It performs for what it needs to do, and nothing else. Nothing too more. But second gear. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you get a little bit of the feeling of what this bike actually does, but I'm also a little bit too scared. I'm just a little bit too scared of motorcycle. Don't want to damage it. Don't want to be a complete idiot on it. But I mean, if you yank it a little bit, give it a little bit more gas, you can pop some wheelies on it. But third gear, this is not going to happen. It's not a motorcycle like that. This is more comfort, ease, cruising, chill, relax. It doesn't want a wheelie. Don't let it wheelie if it doesn't want a wheelie. If it doesn't make the bike feel happy, don't do it. Don't do it. But that quick shifter though, that is silky smooth. That quick shifter, that is actually very smooth. Even going down and going back up, this thing is like very smooth. Well, let's do some highway riding. Yet again, adventure motorcycles. You see that? That actually feels kind of fast. I'm not really sure why, but even with like 84 horsepower, it doesn't feel sluggish whatsoever. Look at that! Wow! Wow! See that? We go like left here. See that? The overtaking also goes very easily. Now the wind on the other hand, my arms are getting beaten up. My chest is getting beaten up. I also have the lower screen in front. I do not have the higher screen on it. So going on a highway, if you're going to do that with an adventure motorcycle like this, get the higher screen. This bike will set you back 11,499 euros. Of course, you can get some options like the double standard, the higher screen and whatnot. That is all optional. And you can also get the navigation bracket. But the navigation bracket, as far as I have seen, is like over here. And I do wonder if you put your navigation like that, your key is going to be a little bit of an issue. And also don't like the navigation being down here. I like to have it like up here. I mean, calm down, Smokey. Dangerous terrain and the oh, horse poop. Oh man. Yeah, I gotta clean it all up. It's gonna smell like horse crap. Anyway, overall handling, comfort, taking this off-road. Yeah, the only problem and issue I have with this motorcycle is just the tires. But that's not Suzuki's problem. So handling, everything fine. There is nothing I can complain about. There's not a lot of gizmos on it. Suzuki is keeping it very, very pure, very stable, very solid, and I do like that. But thank you again, Moteo Group, for letting me have a spin on the brand new Suzuki DL 800 V-Strom, but it's not a V, but only a Strom. And guys, thank you so much for watching, subscribing, liking today's video, and let me know in the comments, what the hell does the DE stand for in DE V-Strom? I have no idea. Cheers guys, drive safe, and thank you for watching. Peace.
Thank you all for watching. If you want to see my latest video, it is right over here. If you want to see my most favorite video, it is right over there. Subscribing is done over here. And if you want to become a full-time YouTuber, as you can see by my play buttons yourself, go to smokytube.com, and over there I have the perfect all-in-one how to YouTube course.